What is going on, everybody? Back on it for another weekly banger, the streets are saying. Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 2, Episode 17. Now, you know, I've been seeing it all over Twitter. I'm sure you guys have seen it too. It's not looking too good as far as possibly the rest of the season for Jujutsu Kaisen and the animation studio and Mappa's animators getting run into the ground. I don't even search for this stuff, and it's finding my, like, For You pages, so I know it must be really bad. I made a comment about the animation, maybe, what was it, episode 14? I think it was. Maybe even episode 15. I think it was 14, where it was a noticeable kind of downgrade in quality, in line work, in animation. But the 13 episodes prior to that had been, peak. So I was like, okay, they've been putting out banger after banger. I'm sure there had to be an episode where the studio's like, okay, we need to take a deep breath here because what we have coming up in the future, like 15, 16, 17, is going to be hitting. Last episode, it felt like, again, there was a little bit of a downgrade, but I know a lot of people enjoyed the animation style they went with for the fight scenes. I thought the fight scenes looked pretty good. It's not my preferred animation style. I prefer the... Who does the Demon Slayer? How do you pronounce it? Ufotable? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But you guys know the animation studio that I'm talking about that does Demon Slayer. Even though Demon Slayer, that's a whole nother, don't get me on that tangent. But the animation, that's the animation style I prefer. I've never been a fan of, like, the looser, kind of like no definition to characters. But I know some people love that as their animation style, which is cool. But last episode, again, when there was a lot of still shots, because I can be nitpicky about that sometimes. I'm like, ooh, man, that looks oof. But the fight sequences have been looking really good. So, to summarize all that, it sounds like it's getting even worse out there to the point of where I've had people tell me, and I've been seeing it on Twitter, we don't even know if we're getting an episode next week or the rest of the episodes for the season. So, if you're only here for Jujutsu Kaisen, this might be the last time we see you until whatever they decide. I've been told that what they might put out is either going to be so shit quality-wise, or they're just going to have to take a hiatus. Now, I know I've been seeing it back and forth that, like, people are like, well, why can't they put it all out before the season comes out? Which was my thought process too, but I've been hearing the studios are so pressed that they don't have time to do that. It's like they're animating it week to week. It's like, all right, we just finished animating episode 17. Let's get on episode 18 because that shit's got to be out. And then I'm curious, like, what the break was in between. Like, I don't know, because didn't they take a break at, like, episode 5, 6? I thought maybe that would be for animation. Who knows? All I hear is it's a complete mess over there. And it's not even to shit on the animators. I know that they've been getting, like, the boot pressed on their throats for, like, everything they're having to pump out. But I have noticed it. And I know I nitpick at it, but now I've had even, some people in the Discord, a lot of people on Twitter, the biggest, like Jujutsu Kaisen is life. They've even started to comment, like, okay, it's noticeable. So I know if, like, other people are commenting on it and it's not just my ADD looking at it, that it might be an issue. But I have heard, despite all that, 3 minutes later talking about it, that this episode, again, that they say it every week, might be the best of all 17 episodes we've gotten up until this point. So it'd be unfortunate if this is that episode, like it is that shit. And we just kind of have to go hiatus. But you want the workers to be getting the time, the pay, everything that they deserve. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be here next week for Jujutsu Kaisen. The videos have been going crazy. Probably the most popular videos that I have on the channel right now. So we'll see what this episode has to offer. We left off with Jogo being killed by not even a full-fingered Sukuna. That didn't sound right. Not even a full-powered Sukuna. Toji took himself out, which I'm still heartbroken about. I'm glad there wasn't some, like, reach-around, ass-pull way that Fushiguro ended up taking him out. So that was nice to see, but I wanted an acknowledgement, like a Madara Might Guy acknowledgement, a Sukuna Toji acknowledgement, like, whoa, you are the best hand-to-hand fighter, non-cursed user I've ever come across, something like that. We're never gonna get it. Maybe we'll see him in flashbacks. Besides that, it's all going to shit. And the ghetto imposter is still fighting Mei, and who knows if she's even... last time we saw Nanami, he got burnt to a... I'm gonna assume he's not dead. There's a lot of shit going on. Let's see what we got. And what's happening, like, when does that come back? Like, when does Yuji get to take back over here? I'm assuming soon. They pull the aspect ratio back down again. This dude got the shit beat out of him, shook it off, grabbed a snack and a Gatorade, and he's right back out there. So he has a bunch in his collection, but he doesn't call them out because they can't be tamed, because I guess they could go on a rampage or some shit and he won't be able to pull them back in. But I guess at this point, what's there to lose? Wow, and he lost to the... What did the other guy have? And they both stalemated. What, get strong so we can have a duel to the end? Or what? Yeah. Not yet, at least. Maybe he can. I mean, Sukuna says there's potential, so maybe there is. Is she as old as him, or is she from a family that serves him over time, or... That's it? Hey, hey! Bye, bye! He says I have urgent matters. He must sense, Yeah, this is getting... Like, dude's really going for it here, huh? He's summoning some... You might want to run. Literally run. Sukuna needs to come check in on his project that he's left fermenting, huh? It's been some time since the two of them ran into each other last time. And he said he sees potential. I guess now we see what that is. But what does he plan to do with him? Like, he wants his body or what? Now, I'm assuming the reason he just got his shit bashed in is not because that's part of the ritual or what it takes, but it's because he does not have that tamed. And that thing is just beating ass on sight, no? I'm assuming that's what that is. It's not like, okay, to use this, you must also take damage. Oh, God. Redo? What happens when he releases it? Huh? Why did he say... What? Why did he... I need someone to explain his ability. Ah, so he saved him. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Dang, he really likes him some Fushiguro, huh? So he had to save him because if he dies, Fushiguro dies, and he has interest in Fushiguro, so he had to save him. So they're about to throw, like actually throw hands. And these 10 things, are these just things that his family has collected over time? Did Fushiguro collect these over time and just hasn't tamed them? Can you call them from any dimension? Any user can? I don't know. That dismantle shit is kind of clean. He just has like long distance like slice. So we're gonna get to see Sukuna like really pushed here. I don't know. I don't know if this counts as really pushed, but it's hard to power scale him and like what he takes serious and what he doesn't. I mean, good God. Aside from Gojo, is anything pushing him like this or what? And does the thing regen is the question. I gotta wait to see if we see that leg come back. It hasn't come back yet, neither has the arm. Okay, so maybe not. Did he just slide his head back on? Is he able to heal? Why didn't he regen the leg? So that ritual was meant to take them both out. And he's got to keep him alive or Fushiguro's going to die. We know Fushiguro's not going to die here, clearly. And these, whatever he just summoned is this strong. It's at least, maybe it's not 15 fingers Sukuna strong, but it's at least a, good God. That dismantle animation that they're using is so great. It's at least a couple Sukuna fingers strong for sure. So if he can summon multiple of them out at the same time, can he tame? Like, can Fushiguro bring 2, 3, because what is it, there's 10? Can he bring out 5, 6, 7, 8 of them at the same time? Because that could be a problem. A serious problem in the future. For anybody. Yeah, I don't think Sukuna. This isn't a threat. I don't think it's a threat, but it's at least like, is it putting up a better fight than Jogo? I want to say it is, but I honestly can't tell. No, he's just going to yank the entire city down in a minute. Oh, God. Oh, no. There are people at the top of that building. And if you're a sorcerer watching this, what can you do? Like, how do you save the people or do anything to... I mean, you can't interfere. Yo, Sukuna, you might want to, like, handle this quickly, because this thing seems to be, like, I don't know, adapting or getting stronger on some Broly shit, like... And this thing is just attacking and defending on its own. What the fluff am I looking at? What is happening? Rainbows. Rainbows. Colors. Is this Sukuna's doing or the summoning's doing? It's just, so it's just, that's what he did to the girl. The one that he didn't cut her head off, the other sister that tried to kill him with the phone. What is he just like, is it like an Onoki particle style type thing? Just like break you down? Tame these things? And simultaneously attack and defend at the same time? My lord. We're just spamming dismantle, 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 dismantle. Man, Fushiguro, people really interested in you out here, son. Not the music to go with it. It was adapting, it was getting stronger. Oh shit, domain explanation. Yeah, or his ass is going to... So is everything in that about to get hit? Like humans, buildings, all of it? The thing's trying to adjust, but it can't. Yeah, he can't adapt fast enough the way he's getting cleaved and dismantled and dismantled and cleaved and cleaved and dismantled. The music choice is what's sending this, like, holy choir demonic on top of Sukuna at the same time is pretty great. I don't think Gojo's keeping up if we're full finger. No? Oh, no. Something's going on with him and Fushiguro, though. I don't know if he's going to corrupt him or what, but he gets a hold of that shit. Because clearly he has interest in whatever he's able to summon and do with the... Did we just run out of juice? Did Sukuna mean to, like, okay, tap in, tap out? Or was, like, all the... What? And what the... Yeah, someone's going to have to explain to me that ability of the kid here. Oh! No, he's not back! Bro, you need to go home. The fact that he got past Nanami and then today... Well, he is dead. I was about to say, you are pushing it. Yeah, he can't hold it any longer. What have you two been doing? Do y'all see what's going on out there? He dropped him here. Yeah, Sukuna dropped him here. Yeah, he has no idea what happened. He sees all this death and destruction and doesn't know why he's here. The last thing he remembers... He does remember it all. That sucks so bad. Yeah. Yeah. He remembers what his body was used for and couldn't do a damn thing about it. Okay, stop. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Wow. So he got all those memories right there of everything Sukuna just did. The 2 girls that he killed. I'm assuming those people in that radius died. The explanation I got with that. I already know y'all are going to hit me with it, so I'm going to need a full breakdown. I don't even know if we need the breakdown of the guy with the lines on his eyes, because he's dead. So if he was still going to be alive, I'd be like, oh, I'm really interested. But, I mean, if he's gone, then he's gone. And he couldn't. Oh, God. Now he's pissed off. Still going. Has anybody checked in on Mei Mei and the little brother? We knew he wasn't dead. You know, everybody gets one death fake out, okay? In every story. Nanami has had his. You guys do it again, I'm gonna start losing I'm gonna start losing respect, okay? But yes, we knew he was not dead. Not just gonna burn him and be like, whoa, 1 down. I'm gonna assume no after credit? No, okay. I mean, what shots do we even want to go? I don't even know where to begin. We had some wild shots. I mean, there's so much to go through here as far as like what you want to use for a thumbnail or what was the best shot. I mean, him ripping out the domain expansion is pretty clean. It's pretty great. It's... oh, God, where do we even begin? These were some pretty great shots here, too. These were the ones. This almost looks like Yuta's little summoning thing. The girl. And does Yuta even have that? I have questions about Yuta, too, by the way, but I was going to save them in case he ever pops up on screen. We'll go with that for now. Okay. A lot of shit going on right here. I was going to say the first things first is the kid's abilities, but the kid's dead. I don't know. What does he have? Some like luck-based thing? You guys explain that. I kind of lost interest now that we know that he's dead, but feel free to explain it. Maybe he's not. I don't know, but it seems like he's just done. So Fushiguro there. Gojo was essentially talking about like, hey, you know, our families have gone at it before. It was essentially they both died the last time someone that had the full limitless plus the 6 plus his, I guess, 10 summoning thing going on there. Now the summonings that we're talking about here. Is it like Geto's ability where he has to go capture these things, and once he like captures them and eats them, he can then use them at his disposal? Or are those 10 beast Shikigamis, or whatever we want to call them? They just remain those 10. And if you're a user in the family that happens to unlock that, then you have access to those 10, and it's always going to be those 10. But like, what are those 10? Are they spirits? Are they half and halves? You know, because Sukuna's saying like, oh, that was cursed energy. So like they can use it, they can't. I don't know what they are. Are they past Zenin clan users? Like, what is it? What are they, and where do they come from? Like, what? I'm gonna need an explanation on all that. He's also saying that he doesn't have the ability to tame them. I'm assuming that would be the next step. You know, like on Gojo's side, you know, you get the limitless, you get the eyes. But Gojo, just because he had those, he still had to build it up. You saw when the difference between him being a kid or a teenager and him now. He got exhausted. There was a limit. He had to train. He couldn't leave it on at all times. You know, he had to turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. And we saw, you know, him get his ass got. If it wasn't for plot purposes, he was dead. So I'm assuming Megumi has access to these Shikigamis, whatever you want to call them. But it's too dangerous to bring out because even though they're these, I mean, I don't even know what we want to call them. 10 different special grades, essentially. These are like 5 finger level Sukunas. In maybe even more, one in their own. Even more than that. I mean, he made the comment, if this was me prior to just getting this finger dump I just got, that would have been it. So if all of them are that strong, and there's probably stronger ones, he's got like 25%, 50% Sukunas just in his back pocket. Problem is, it doesn't seem, from the explanation I got, he's not able to control them at all. So he can bring them out. He's got these crazy strong beasts, but like, they'll the way I interpret it, they'll attack him in the same moment that they'll attack somebody else. So what's the point? But he knew that and did a ritual anyway that seemed to guarantee. I mean, do we gotta use all that on the kid? I mean, I know Megumi's pushed against it. He's bleeding out, can barely move. But he went to those essentially. It looks like at any time he could pull them out if he wants to. He can summon them, whatever you want to call it. But they're not tamed. It's not like the dogs or the frog or the flying bird, the lightning bird that we see him bring up, that he can just like command pop in out in out. He has no control over these. He has all these Pokemon in his collection, but if he pulls them out the ball, they're not trained. There's some like early Charizard shit with Ash. Like, yeah, I have him captured, but like he'll turn on me the second I bring him out. So what's the point of even summoning him? But to that point, when you're pressed against it and you're probably on death's door, it's like, okay, summon this thing that I know could win this. If it takes me out, it takes me out. But it's a much higher step than just Pokemon, because it looks like he hit some ritual or some shit here that essentially guaranteed kill for kill. I'm going to summon it. It's going to take me out at the conclusion of taking out the person that I've sicked it on, essentially. But Sukuna saves the kid, which then in turn keeps Megumi alive, and had to keep that kid alive. Now, is that thing just on like a one-track mission at that point with that when that ritual is made? Like, if you try to put a bunch of things in its way, is it just like hard set on like, okay, I've got to kill this thing because this is what I have been summoned to do? I don't know. There's a lot of specifics on that. That's kind of pretty much where we're at. So that's the whole Megumi, Fushiguro, Zenin clan. I don't know what those 10 things are, where they come from. I'm assuming there's stronger ones in there. If this was the base level one, that's at least 5 to 10. That's stronger than Jogo. Okay. That's stronger than anything we've seen that's not named damn Sukuna or Gojo, in my opinion. This thing right here, whatever the hell that just was. Maybe you want to put Yuta or some of the other special grade sources, but I can't comment because one of the girls I haven't even seen, and Yuta, I don't know what he's up to. And speaking of Yuta, is the girl... She was like released of like that duty or whatever she was burdened with or trying to do. Right? So he's not protected by her or that beast or whatever she is anymore. So what I think, like, she's no longer there, right? So what now qualifies him as still being a special grade? If he doesn't have her cursed energy demon attached to his hip. I don't know. That's a whole other discussion. We could talk about that if he ever shows back up on screen here. And then the Sukuna domain expansion. So it doesn't enclose anything. It doesn't like put you and somebody else one-on-one in a bubble. But isn't it? I guess it doesn't. But if it has a radius, it's still kind of like in that. There's still boundaries to it. But essentially, it's hitting anything, not just like the target. Now I'm sure he can fine tune it, and if he just wants to hit a target, he hits a target. But the way I interpreted that, everybody within that, what he had to scale it down to 140 because he didn't want to hit Megumi. Everybody within that, anything, any body, building, car, person, animal, anything within that 140 meters just died, right? Like just dead as hell. That's how I took it. It's just instant like carpet bomb within that 140 meters is how I took it. He's got cleave and dismantle and cleave. I'm assuming, I forgot which one was for which, but dismantle is for those with cursed energy, cleave is for those without, or reverse. Either way, he can deal with either one. Yeah, someone's gonna have to break down the whole domain and that thing to me, the dismantle, the cleave, all of it. This thing was pretty cool. The clock over there kind of like giving him like a mini reset or a delay to kind of like redo. But, I mean, the way they're building Megumi up here, I'm curious of what Sukuna's plan is with him, because this is the second time that he's talked about, like, oh, I'm glad I left you alive. There's definitely some potential in there. Okay, I see it. And Urame, I don't know what her plan is or what she's setting up, but she happens to be here at the right place, the right time. They have a little conversation. He says stick to the plan or keep setting things up. So whatever that is, I don't know. And then Sukuna that's just it. And then he has to sit there and eat those memories, which is just, it's awful. Awful, awful, awful. So now he's pissed. The whole town has gone to shit. It's fallen apart at the seams. So the big question is like, okay, now what? What the hell do we do now? Has anybody checked in on Mei Mei and her little brother? So I'm assuming they're going to be next. We knew Nanami was alive. Don't have to, oh my gosh, we knew he was alive, okay? He's not just going to burn him in dead. It's just not going to happen. That's just typical anime for you. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, when he turned himself off, when he knew the time was running out, I was like, oh man, Itadori's going to wake up and be like, what the hell happened here? But no, he got the play-by-play in his memories. Essentially by his hands, too. Insane. Insane, insane. Especially with them at the beginning of the episode, with him talking to his grandfather. He's like, save all the people you can, because you have the ability to. And then essentially by his hand, all those people just died. Crazy, crazy. So yeah, we got the Sukuna questions, his abilities, the domain expansion, Megumi. I don't know if he plans to, like, puppet Megumi in the future. Can he take over his, like, does he want to get himself inside of his body? Or, like, okay, I need to get the hell out of Yuji. How do I possess that body? I don't know. Clearly he wants that ability, or those abilities. Whatever those 10 things are, he wants to access them. That's a whole nother thing. Sukuna's plan, Sukuna's abilities, Sukuna's domain, Megumi and his ability, what he's able to do, not able to do. How do you even tame them? Without, because do you have to call them out like Pokemon training? Like, hey, like, I choose you, you come out. How does he tame them without getting his ass killed before he even gets the chance to? I don't know. I have absolutely no idea, but crazy, crazy, crazy. Honestly, at the beginning of the episode, I was like, ah, shit. Yeah, it's animation, man. It's gonna, I see what's gonna happen here. But after, like, the first 2 minutes, I felt like we were strong. Strong, strong, strong the whole time. I prefer the animation this episode over last episode. But yeah, hopefully we get some more episodes. I mean, they've been pumping out. The content has just been insane. It's been absolutely insane right now. Strong, strong second season. The story itself isn't too complex or too deep. They've just been getting us with fight after fight after fight after fight after fight. And they've been cranking this shit out for like 17 episodes of action, 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 action. It's not like these big reveals and like twists and turns and plot storytelling. It's just been like, okay, here's another one, and another one, and another one. This season's been crazy with the Gojo and Toji at the beginning, and then they go at it again, and you get Toji and Geto going at it, and then we come back in, you get Itadori and Choso going at it, and you get Gojo cleaning up Jogo and Hanami, and you get Toji coming back in again, going up against one of the cursed womb spirits, and you get Jogo and Sukuna again, and then Sukuna revealed, Toji coming back out, and then we get it's just going and going and going and going. So I don't know what we have left, or if we'll even get anything that's left, but we'll leave it there and see. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,